Hey guys, welcome back to the BuzWeaver channel. And in our top stories today from San Jose, California, the Mercury News. Ex-Twitter executive blows the whistle, alleging reckless and negligent cybersecurity policies. That's right, so everything's starting to come out in the open. Twitter has major security problems that pose a threat to its own users' personal information, to company shareholders, to national security, and to democracy, according to an explosive whistleblower disclosure obtained exclusively by CNN and The Washington Post. The disclosure, sent last month to Congress and federal agencies, paints a picture of a chaotic and reckless environment at a mismanaged company that allows too many of its staff access to the platform's central controls and most sensitive information without adequate oversight. It also alleges that some of the company's senior most executives have been trying to cover up Twitter's serious vulnerabilities and that one or more current employees may be working for a foreign intelligentsia service. The whistleblower, who was agreed to be publicly identified, is Patry Mudge Zatko. So there you have it. We don't have some person close to the issue or unnamed source or individual close to the mind of an individual. No, we actually have Patry Mudge Zatko, who is coming out and saying it. Now, this is a very extensive and very detailed article. I will leave a link for you down below because, of course, here on the BuzWeaver channel, I try to get you guys straight to the point. We work our way through the chaos, the tumult, the confusion, and get straight to the point. And essentially, it is that Twitter does have bots. And across the board, on most of all the platforms, they do have bots. It's kind of an artificial inflation system. So in other words, to make certain groups of individuals or particular users appear to be more popular because of, influence, as it were, then of course they have these bots there to just kind of inflate those numbers. So it's an artificial inflation to, of course, make it appear as though it's popular, very much like the old saying of nothing attracts a crowd like a crowd. So that's kind of the philosophy, that's kind of the idea, but it's not limited to Twitter. It's happening across all the platforms, and you may recall a few years back on the BuzWeaver channel. Yes, if you are a follower of the BuzWeaver channel, go ahead and hit that like button now. If you've been here as long as 4 years or you've just recently joined, go ahead and hit that like button nonetheless, because you guys are going to be on the cutting edge. You're going to be up to date, in the know, because we covered this, as you see here, roughly 4 years ago, basically when the channel first came out or when I started doing commentary. See, 50 million Facebook profiles harvested for Cambridge Analytica in major data breach. Now, this article has been updated because they like to talk about Steve Bannon and President Trump, but that's not actually accurate. It was actually a combination of agencies across the board, as you can see in this 4-year-old news piece from Channel 4 News there in the UK. It wasn't just President Trump and or Steve Bannon. No, not at all. They just named that because that's what the media does. They try to focus it all down. But as you recall, I have it right here. I have the receipt. We covered it here on the BuzWeaver channel 4 years ago, March 23rd, 2018, Cambridge Analytica. That's absolutely right. So when you're here on the BuzWeaver channel, as a subscriber, as a viewer, you are getting the cutting edge information. I sort through the nonsense, I sort through the BS, and bring you guys what is important, what maybe the media wants to sensationalize or exaggerate. We take that, we break it down, and then give you what's actually important. And of course, a double whammy here covering Hong Kong and even Jeffrey Epstein long before it became mainstream, because it was all developing and it was all coming out. Excuse me, guys. So as we can see here, it is an interesting cross-section, is it not? And when I tried to look this up from an original link from my site, it's no longer available. This is for Cambridge Analytica. Maybe because WSB wanted to make space. I had a good classmate of mine who worked for WSB. He was the IT guy there at WSB here in Atlanta. But it is a very interesting scenario that's playing out for Elon Musk. Because, of course, the establishment, the elites, the tech giants, the activists, all wanted to make it look like individuals who are for free speech, individuals who are calling these things out, conservative commentators like myself who cover these stories and say, we believe that X, Y, and Z is going to happen, and then they eventually happen. Why do you think they had to shut down Alex Jones? Now, Alex Jones, of course, is very bombastic. He's a polarizing figure, to say the least. But his information, at times, at least 80% of it or more, is actually accurate. So here we are now, getting close to the midterms, and you can see right here, Biden announces long-awaited student debt forgiveness plan. Why? Because he needs those progressive votes. As I understand it, he's forgiving up to $10,000 of people's student debt. Well, I paid off all my student debt. Am I going to be able to get a refund? Because I paid off my student loan, because when I signed the agreement on the loan, it said that I had to pay it back, and that was what I had to do. So I didn't go into it thinking, well, if I can't pay it, no big deal. I'll just find a way to get out of it. No, I paid my debt. But here in this article, like I said, it is very, 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 very extensive, very detailed. And Elon Musk is going to come out way ahead of this. As much as they mocked and made fun of Elon Musk, as much as they mock and make fun of conservatives, as much as they mock and make fun of the entirety of the GOP and Republicans and others, or basically their political enemies, and I'm not necessarily suggesting or defending these groups of individuals, because I am a staunch conservative myself and left the Republican Party back in 2004. So I have my own kind of party, as it were, just as a conservative, staunch conservative. And so it's very interesting how this is starting to unfold for those cancel culture, wokeness, outrage mob types that have always been going after Elon, always going after conservative commentators, going after individuals who they feel are imposing upon their will, because that's why they want to censor. That's why they want to suppress. That's why they don't want these people around. They don't want individuals around who can take the difficult, the complicated, call it out, call out the nonsense from the left and say, this nonsense, there's nothing practical, nothing functional, nothing achievable. There's nothing here that they can present that looks like it's something tangible. But nonetheless, guys, that's what I have for you guys today. Thank you for the likes, the shares, and the support you guys give me here on the channel. That's coming from those on Rumble, Odyssey, BitChute, and DTube as well. Minds and Gap. Thank you guys so very much. And, of course, all the loyal subscribers and viewers here on YouTube. That'll be the channel icon appearing right there on the screen for you guys to click on to subscribe if you're a new viewer here, because you will continue to get this sort of great information. And, of course, the video shorts. And click on that to subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video.